This is my audience. Yay. Okay. I'm going to. Okay. Sorry.
All right. Thank you for being here. Well, I'm public speaking, so thank you for coming. I know it takes a lot of your time on Friday, and I really appreciate you being here. This is just going to be over intellectual freedom and banned books. So, something you all really want to know about. But what is intellectual freedom? It is, I combined the definition from my book and from the American Library Association. And it's the right to read and seek and freely speak about information. So what does the American Library Association say about it? They say that every student has the right to receive information, and in 1982 there was a case, the PICO versus Board of Education, and it ruled that it is important for them to have access to books whether we agree on it or not. And our district has a policy on it too. And it's a long policy, I just copied it and pasted it in there. And they're basically saying that we will listen to complaints, we will take it under consideration with the committee, and while it's being considered, it's still going to be in our library. So now, do you agree with that policy? I do, I think that even if I don't care for the book, it may speak to somebody else, someone's life experience, or expose them to where they might not know. By banning books or attempting to ban them, we're refusing the students' right to receive information about it. And it's keeping them from learning. So I had there's a Charlie Brown version, and I can't use it because I don't have a copyright to it. But the Peanuts characters are talking, why would they ban this book? It's a great, And Linus says, well, maybe it has something in there that we don't understand. So Sally says, well, then they should ban the math book, because I don't understand the math book. So banned books are books that are, that have been blocked. They will not be at the campus. Challenged books are books that they're trying to have removed. So usually who is banning or attempting to ban books? As you can see, our parents, sometimes it's patrons, or board or pressure group. It gets lower as each one goes. And why they're banned, sometimes it's for religious purposes, or being sexually explicit, drugs, alcohol, smoking, offensive language, racism, suicide, topics that people are not comfortable with. And I found this really cute little short video. I can't get it to pull up right now, so look at it in a minute. It may be blocked because the district. Anyway, it's puppets going through the, is it working? Oh, okay. Sometimes. I tested it the other day after school to make sure YouTube wasn't blocked after school, because they block it at a certain time of the day when the high school has the power hour. So we're not always able to get up. Anyway, it's puppets going through, going, yeah, throw that book out. We don't like this book. It's too hard. It's too, they're going through, and then one puppet comes up and says, you can't do that. You can't throw that out. It's a book that's worth learning. Have you read it? And I'll say no. So sometimes you really need to read the book to see what it's about, to see if it really should be challenged or banned. So I picked some examples of books that have been challenged or banned. Can anyone guess why these were challenged or banned?
Why was it? I don't understand why Cheetah Bro just kind of talks about God.
Okay. I know. I was like, the dictionary. The dictionary was banned in California in 2000 something because objectionable language, because it has foul words in it. You know, when you're a kid, that's the first thing you're gonna go look up to see, does it have that word in there? Where's Waldo, the original Where's Waldo was challenged because in the beach scene, there's a woman sunbathing topless, and a kid comes in, puts ice cream on her, and she sits up, and you see chest. So it was banned, or challenged.
Is it witches, like Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, oh, no, strong women. In the 1920s, it was banned because there were too many strong women. So, now Are You There, God? It's in Your Heart was because it's a depiction of puberty. So, I loved that book when I was a kid. I think that helped me through puberty because, you know, I wasn't the only one thinking these things. So before I started this program, I thought banned books was really like a high school problem, not something we would talk about in elementary school, but apparently we do. So I handed you a Post-it note that had books on there, so if you will turn and Google why, I gave you 2 books. You will Google why they were challenged.
For trade walking for Laura, it's for trade walking for life, and it was 2020.
That's true, that agriculture.
Okay, I'm gonna let Adrian, why did, draw me a star, or was that challenged?
For strong sexual content and nude illustration.
In the middle of that book, it's almost a story of creationism, and, there's a man and a woman, kind of like Adam and Eve. Okay, who had, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
It embraced a core philosophy of life.
It had racism. Originally, the Oompa Loompas were African pygmies who, what did it say, worked for cocoa beans?
Happy slaves.
They were
happy slaves.
Yes. Who had Winnie the Pooh?
I did,
Why was Winnie the Pooh there?
because he didn't wear underpants and. That is, I mean, that's part of what it said, and because, he didn't have any sexual organs or anything, so it's coming after that or whatever. That's what it's saying there.
It's that and, some feel that talking animals is an insult to God, and there were some religions that didn't like that Piglet a pig was one of the main characters. Who had Charlotte's Web?
Me. That's kind of the same thing. One of the things, talking animals were unnatural. And then the passages about the spider dying were also criticized as being inappropriate subject matter for a children's book. And it says, according to the parent group, they said humans are the highest level of God's creation and are the only creatures that can communicate vocally. Showing lower life forms with human abilities is sacrilegious and disrespectful to God.
Isn't that crazy? I just thought that was so weird. Brown bear. Did anyone find?
Brown bear, what's wrong?
Brown bear was accidentally banned in Texas because there's another author named Bill Martin who wrote a book about Marxism, and so Texas had banned it because they didn't read Junior on the end of Bill Martin Jr.'s name, so they banned Brown bear. The Lorax.
It's banned because it portrayed the logging in poor light and would turn children against the foresting industry.
So it made one particular job look bad. Where the wild things are.
Oh, that's me. It says that it was too dark and frightening.
I thought it was banned because kids were brat. I mean, that's what I saw, but I can see that. But I wouldn't ban it. Junie B. Jones.
For spelling and grammar that the child uses, teaching misspelling concepts and other errors in language and writing.
I like that. That one made me laugh really hard. I had to call my sister on that one because I was like, can you believe this? Captain Underpants.
Insensitivity and being unsuited to age group, as well as encouraging children to disobey authority.
On one of them I found this because of partial nudity.
I'm thinking
Because he's in
white
underpants all the time. James and the Giant Peach.
Because it contains magical elements and reinforces references to drugs and alcohol.
Okay, this one was my favorite. Hop on Pop.
For violent undertones.
Violence against parents. Because they hop on Pop. Environa Zoo.
It says that it was racist. There was a line that says all wear their eyes at a slant. So it was accompanied by racial stereotypes of nations.
Harry Potter.
They promoted witchcraft, they set bad examples, and they are too dark.
Scary Stories by Alan Schwartz. That one, I can kind of see it in
I can see
elementary
that.
library. I liked the book when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I got scared of everything when I was a kid, but I liked it. But it was because it was too scary and the illustrations were gruesome. Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry.
It says that it was banned because of insensitivity, racism, and offensive language.
And we did wrong stuff. All right. So some of these have been banned for silly reasons or challenged for silly reasons. Some of them in an elementary school library I can kind of understand. Like Scary Stories, that's probably more middle school age, maybe intermediate school. So intellectual freedom, you're just really, think about before you try and challenge something. Think about what the student's being exposed to, like Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry is a story about a little girl dealing with racism as a African-American child in the Depression. So it's coming from her point of view, and it's exposing students to that. It's not just saying, hey, this is okay, it's opening their minds to something else. Remember, our job as educators is to inform and to keep the students from being less ignorant than the last generation and to expose them to what they need to know. So we need to make sure that we're doing our job. Thank you so much for coming. I really, really, really appreciate it.